The first thing that I want to say is there's been a lot of negative publicity about Mr. Ware, and there's been a lot of things said in the media about him and stuff. And this case isn't about guilt or innocence, okay? This case is not going to be about who killed Sergeant Johnson, okay? This case is going to be about one thing and one thing only, and that's whether or not the state of Oklahoma gets to execute David Ware. There are people in our community that are crying out for his blood. There are people in our community that would like to see him die. And what I would suggest and ask people to think about, with everything that's going on in our community today, with everything that's going on in the world today, do they really think that more bloodshed, okay, that more violence, okay, is going to bring us all together?
Certainly, I think you know the statute just like I do, and you know that one of the aggravators that the state can allege is the death of a law enforcement officer in the line of duty. So that is an aggravator that is different than it would be for someone who doesn't shoot a police officer in the line of duty. That said, like any other case, we'll take a look at it, we'll evaluate it, we'll discuss it internally, and then Mr. Kunzweiler will make a decision whether to put a signature on a bill or not. I'll say this, what we're doing is we're following the statute. The Open Records Act makes very clear that the police department has to release those videos 10 days after his initial appearance unless a judge says otherwise, and we asked the judge to say otherwise. The statute, the maximum it will allow us to extend it to is 18 months. Kevin's right about that. We can't control what the legislature has done, but for now, it's our opinion that according to the statute, per our request and our motion to Judge Goot, releasing that video right now would negatively affect the ability of the prosecution to continue and negatively affect the ability of the defendant to receive a fair trial. That's all we're focused on.
And this is a horrible event. It's a horrible thing, and I don't approve of the actions of Mr. Ware on that morning, okay? But I also don't agree that it's going to make anything better for the state of Oklahoma to get to killing. I want the video turned over because it's my understanding, and I think it's paragraph 7 of that affidavit that claims that Mr. Ware walked over and stood over Sergeant Johnson and shot him execution style is not an accurate depiction of what occurred there.
And where is that information that you're getting at?
In part from the district attorney's office. That there was an admission that, hey, no, it doesn't show that. But whatever it shows, it doesn't behoove Mr. Ware to wait until the end of the trial, until closer to the trial, and then release the video and inflame everybody. You know, that doesn't help anybody. Let's just shine the light of truth of what's going on here. Let's get that out there. Why is this case different?